YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Shogun 2, where we have spent a great deal of time churning out a alcohol and rice-fueled economy. I thought you all might like that. Some lame jokes to start off with. Lame, but probably true, seeing as my economy is being completely driven by sake dens and rice exchanges and whatnot. Crazed amounts of farms. All the good stuff in life, really. Let's see. So I've got Takeda Shingen. This is his army here. Pretty nice one at that. Got some nice Nagi Samurai with high armor, Katana Samurai. All very, very cool units. We've got these exceptional charge. Look at that 57 charge bonus Spears of Shizugatake. Oh man, this is going to be beautiful. Really beautiful. This army does need another unit of Katana Cavalry, though, I believe. Let's send one on out to greet them. I'm going to move this army here. And I'm going to take this Katana Cavalry. Go ahead and get it down here. Ooh, no, actually it says we're full up, but that's, I really, well, no, we don't need the Katana Cav, because I have the Hero Katana Cav. Yeah, it probably, well, I probably have enough spears anyway. Let's just go ahead and swap the Katana Cav in. It'll be fun. Why not? Not like I don't have an abundance of Yari Trashigaru sitting around. So I've got this Ashigaru army over here. This one needs a commander. It's going to be coming down here. These are just going to be kind of hodgepodge armies here. This Katana Samurai is going to... So one of you was saying that I was like some kind of OCD squirrel doing all this. I'm sure that I'm not always the most organized because this is a computer game, but I don't know that I would take it that far, but I enjoyed the comment. I can take a joke like everybody else. So there we go. We got Shingen ready. We're finishing some research. 12 turns until we can get to some Matchlock Samurai. I'm not going to build any buildings back here in preparation. Actually, I am. Come to think of it, because the Matchlock Samurai back here get insane buffs. And I could bring them to the front line with the ship. That powder maker would be really handy back here. I could eventually just tear down the gambling hall and put the powder maker there. In fact, let's go ahead and do that in anticipation. It'll lose us a little bit of money, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to keep my taxes low for now. Like, as soon as we hit Realm Divide and I lose all my trade and whatnot, I'll crank them up if we need to. But I have a huge reserve, and then keeping the taxes low just means less public order penalties and just kind of helps me out. We are at war with the Chosokabe. Just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Yep, okay, full stack. Let's move down here. We're going to need some navies. So that's definitely going to cost me some upkeep. And I don't really have the best ships, to be honest, because I haven't spent any time on military research. So all I have is like medium bunets and bow kabayas, which would probably be enough to get me by, honestly. Siege Tower Bunet. That is a pretty sweet ship. But we have to finish that one too. Sengoku Bunet. Okay, so that was the melee ship, I think. Medium size damage, shingle mass, missile range, accuracy. No, Sengoku Bunet. I thought this was a melee ship. A fast melee ship. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done these. Whatever the case is, let's churn out kind of some bow kabayas. We can use, well, let's just churn out some bow kabayas here. And then let's get a couple of medium bunets here. And maybe a couple of Sengoku bunets here. So we have kind of just a decent-ish little fleet. Doesn't have to be anything special per se. Okay, this army has a commander. This army needs a commander. Actually, I'm just going to bring them back to Kai. And then the last general there can be their commander. So I've got armies to cover our back during Realm Divide. I'm going to put this one together, one of these, and head up to Echizen. And then we'll keep that one at Kozuke. I'd kind of like to have one more army, but we're not going to be able to have it. So we'll just take the one army once it gets to Kai and bring it down here to get ready to hit Shimotsuke. And we'll just get our navies together here too. so that we have some cover. I probably need to train another navy up here, to be quite honest, so let's do so. Looks like I was going to build a market here as well. So we're going to need some bow caballas. And up here maybe. Let's go ahead and get some medium bunets, Sengoku bunets. Just get these things all ready. Definitely going to eat up some more money. I'm not going to tip off Realm Divide just yet, but we're very close. I'm going to do it in this episode, so never fear. I know some of you are jazzed for some Realm Divide action. Some of you are probably sick of waiting around on me to get this done, but I just prefer to do this right. It seems like a lot of my campaigns I rush, and then you all just end up screaming at me and screaming at the screen because I'm struggling with things that I ought not to have. And you know what? It just kind of makes sense, like, to just do this right here, I think. We're definitely going to start losing some money due to that. And one of you told me that I have a Metsuke here, and that's correct. That Metsuke needs to come back here and oversee that settlement, and then that monk can come down here and inspire that army. And Hitachi got monks that need ranked up. Okay, I guess that one. Inspiring armies, because I may use them for just such a thing, especially for those Ashigaru armies. Go ahead and throw that one on. Make them a little better at inspiring armies. I think I tore down the Nanban trade port here. I did. So let's go ahead and build the port back up, and I'm going to go ahead and start building a powder maker here. Well, as soon as I'm able to build a powder maker, I will. Shingen's almost positioned. That army's almost set to go. Got our navies training. Not a whole lot else for me to do just yet. Let's just go ahead and end one more turn real quick, in the interest of not wasting any more time. The Chozokabe are at war with me and could attack. The Shoni did not join that war. You can see that there's massive enemy fleets about, and the sooner I can get a hold of something like a siege tower bunet, the better. Matchlock caballas, cannon bunet, all that stuff would be very handy, but there's some more research that I have to do. We're starting to churn out some of my first ships, which is good news indeed. Okay. Okay, those katana samurai are in position. These guys need a leader. Let's take a couple of these bows out. Put these guys in. Perfect. So now this army can get up here. And now these extra troops can join this army, and we can head to Echizen. There we go. I think we'll be in good shape now. And this monk can go ahead and join Takeda Shingen's army. Some of you have been saying that I said Kenshin. I have not meant to, if that's what I've been saying. Uesegi Kenshin, of course, would be the accidental reference I'm making as opposed to Takeda Shingen. So I didn't realize that I was saying any such thing. Must have just been a slip, since I normally enjoy playing with the Uesegi better than I do the Takeda. But I'm enjoying this Takeda campaign. It's interesting. Both the Uesegi and the Takeda, though, share interesting start positions, in the sense that both of them are kind of equally crappy start positions. And you start with a lot of enemies around you and no real geographical reference to secure your flank. So it's not like Kyushu, where you've got the sea to help protect you and all the trade routes. Definitely a rougher start. The Shoni are threatening to attack. This is all expected, honestly. Okay, we got the Sengoku Bunet. We can join these here. It's not much of a navy, but it's a navy. Nonetheless, gives us a chance of survival against an enemy fleet, or to stop an enemy fleet. It doesn't necessarily mean we will, but we can try. Let's see. Did I build a fleet there? I did not. Apparently I must have built it up here. I'm still training Sengoku Bune up here, I believe. Yes, one turn until I finish them. And it may not hurt me to get a few more ships in these navy, but we'll be okay for now. Okay, so we got that army at Kozuke. We'll have another one at Echizen. We get kind of a natural barrier up here. You know, 2 armies honestly might be enough to deal with what I need to up there, because I always kind of want to keep one army back in my homelands just to be safe. But we'll see. Let's check out this army here. Yeah, we got mobility in that army, that's good. This army really lacks a few troops. It honestly wouldn't hurt me to grab another, or actually, let's drop the fire cav because it takes a little longer to train. We'll just get a nice solid cav contingent to put in this army here, on top of the decent melee we have. A little bit of skirmishing, not much. It'll be fine though. These armies don't have to be perfectly balanced, they just need to be capable of defeating a few enemies. And I think we'll be in good position. There is a lot of enemy fleets around. Okay, the Shoni are going to declare war on me too. Yeah, their fleets are honestly the biggest thing that I'm concerned about. The fleet itself, not so much, because they can't really do anything to me, but the armies that they could deliver behind my lines, and that's what scares me. Trade agreement broken with the Shoni. What is this? Keen marksman, +2 experience for infantry. Nah, I don't need to pay it. Guess I could, but it's unlikely I'm going to recruit any missile infantry. So we are prepared to strike here. This army is not particularly good, but it's closer to Echigo, so let's go ahead and move it up. And then this army will now have some extra cavalry. We've got a little bit too many units here. Let's cycle these guys in, and then that extra cavalry unit we could, I don't know where we'll put it. We don't particularly need it anywhere. I'll just get it out of my way. Put those guys in Kai. And I'm going to get a couple more infantry units ready for these guys up in Ichigo. They need a little bit more infantry power. I thought I must have torn down the Nagi dojo up here, which is unfortunate. What do we got here? Yeah, probably just need some more Yari Ashigaru. And we could maybe train a Yari Cav to come up there. Let's go up into the recruitment. I mean, actually it wouldn't. Actually, we can get a Nagi monk, but it just takes a while for him to get up there. Let's just go ahead and train Yari Ashigaru because they're closer to 4 turns to get their 101. So yeah, that's going to be the quickest way for me to take care of it. Let's do that. And back down here at Hitachi, we can go ahead and start upgrading to the powder maker. That takes 4 turns. We've still got 8 turns, but that'll have, or the siege, whatever it is, it'll allow me to get to the matchlock samurai quicker, and then we'll try and get those forward. I've got my little fleet combined up here, but they're going to need to be bigger. It's going to cost me upkeep, but we definitely need more capability. So I'm going to go ahead and start training up more capability. There's a lot of enemy navies, and we're just going to have to hopefully be able to face them. Get some recruitment. Some Gokubune. I'm going to go ahead and train a couple more Bokabaya here too. Those are real handy ships for burning enemy vessels. Pretty good with some mast fire. It's going to eat up a little bit more of my free income. I'm pretty much trading with no one except, well, I'm trading with 2 clans still, so I do potentially still have quite a bit of income to lose. Once Realm Divide has kicked though, that's going to be the proper time. Invasion force lands. The Shoni. Matsuke increases in rank. Okay, so the Shoni are upon me already. Fortunately, I have an army to intercept. Wow, they have some cavalry. And I have some spears, so it all works out. We can go ahead and let's go ahead and move Shingen here, and basically we'll pin these guys in to where they can't go anywhere. I should be able to go ahead and attack them with this army. Whew, that's a lot of Katana Sam, and a lot of Katana cavalry. They don't really have very good skirmishing though. Let's go ahead and fight it. The worst thing that happens here is if we lose, we got Takeda Shingen nearby in order to make some retribution, so it's not the end of the world. But let's put this army to the test. I should have gotten one of those monks into it to inspire my guys so they had better morale. This force, though, is fairly superior. We're going to have to use our bows to good effect to have any prayer here. And if we use the Yari wall and manage to protect our flanks from all those Katana cavalry, we can definitely do some victory. The firebomb throwers could... We're going to have to keep an eye on them too. Not super worried about them. But yeah, this is definitely better than your average Ashigaru trash stack that you're going to face. But that's pretty typical. The AI is able to afford quite a bit, so it's not unusual for them to be bringing fairly... I wouldn't say that they're competent, but fairly expensive armies, especially towards the late game. I'm going to actually keep my bows somewhat tight together so I can get some good tight shots, more accurate. It's my spears that I'd kind of like to spread into a nice long front. Light cavalry will do okay-ish against Katana Cav, but the computer's Katana Cav will have a better chance. I mean, Katana Cav are not necessarily great in prolonged melee versus any cavalry with a spear, but they do have decent charge. I mean, they're no Yari Cav, but like I said, they've got decent charge. The AI is actually kind of moving towards me, so I'd like to move forward a little. I'm going to target their Katana Samurai as they move in with my bows, and I would like to cause massive damage to at least one or two of their units. This general does not have any skill except for Inspire and Rally, so there won't be any stand and fight. If I can't get to the crest of that hill, which I may not be able to, then the AI might be able to get better position on me. All of their Katana Cavs splitting to the flanks, so I'll have to make sure to answer by refusing my flank. Gonna have to kind of semi-noob box here. There we go. Okay, their bow samurai have open fire. I'm less concerned about their bow samurai. I'm gonna just focus fire on their Katana Samurai. Their cavalry are really swinging wide for an outflanking maneuver. I've done some decent damage to one Katana Sam. I'm gonna start targeting some firebomb throwers. I'm going to go ahead and pin down these Katana Cavalry and attack with extra spears. So we should have their infantry pinned down. I'm going to keep killing firebomb throwers. I'm going to pull up with my general. I'm going to have to rally my Ashigaru here. I'm going to inspire this one in the center that's getting hammered by firebomb throwers. And I've got this Takeda bow cavalry right here in the center I can use as a sacrifice if I have to. Get the cavalry in there. We're doing good against their cavalry on the flanks, and their firebomb throwers are getting chewed apart. And their Katana Samurai are actually failing against my my Yari wall. Let's take a look here. Look at the flaming shot hitting their firebomb throwers. And then on the flanks, well, their Katana Samurai broke through me right there, actually. Let's get my general to safety. We got a Takeda Light Cav. I think this, yeah, here's my Katana Cav. Let's hit their Katana Samurai here with my general and my Katana Cavalry. So here comes the Shoni Katana Samurai. They're going to get ripped apart from two sides. My Katana Cavalry ought to do quite well The general ought to really help out that fight too. They've got a sword and decent-ish melee attack. Not quite like a melee general, a proper melee general, but still going to be good. And with spear support, we managed to wrap up all their katana cavalry in the back. And what did they have there? There was... Let's go ahead and start hitting their bow samurai here. I'm going to hit their bow samurai on the retreat. A few more flaming volleys left, my guys there. Get you a nice show. So we'll go ahead and end the battle. So pretty decisive victory over the Shogun force there. They came uphill against all my spears. And as you can see, I mean, their guys were qualitatively superior. They were just heavily outnumbered. And then the fact that I had those bow ashigaru there is able to completely destroy their firebomb throwers. And their firebomb throwers did a considerable amount of damage to their own men, to be honest. I did lose a couple of Yari Ashigaru, one of which had some nice chevrons going on. So that's unfortunate, but we can recoup that loss with relative ease. Let's get one of these monks to help out with morale in this army. And we're going to need to recruit some replacement troops here. Really just need Yari Ashigaru. So that's what I'll recruit. There'll only be 2 chevron, but it's okay. And we've still got Takeda Shingen, so our first battle going quite well there. What happened to our medium bunets here? I thought I had some medium bunets that I trained. Oh, I do. What am I training? Am I training anything else here? Yes. Just another turn before they're ready. Let's maybe go ahead and get a couple more Sengoku Bune too, because we're going to need to get rid of these fleets. Definitely going to need to get rid of them, actually. And that's precisely the reason why I wanted to keep this army where it's at now. So we definitely do not need that. Let's just swing these guys around here. Okay. I think we can probably go ahead and end this turn. Again, I'm at war with the Chozokabe, and I'm going to go ahead and end this turn, and then once I'm back in position with Takeda Shingen, I'll go ahead and tip off Realm Divide. And once Realm Divide's tipped off, there's really no reason to be concerned about like having to declare war on, say, the Imagawa. They'll turn against me. Everybody will unite against me, essentially, which is what happens in Realm Divide. So Ninja increases in rank. Monk increases in rank. So we got all kinds of agents that have increased in rank. Let's find them real quick and take care of this. And then I will attempt to tip off Realm Divide. Zeal and converting provinces, not bad. Let's go with inspiring towns, because they'll probably get used for that quite a bit. Let's start from the top of the list here. Here's a ninja. Subterfuge when assassinating. I like starting my ninja off being capable of getting rid of enemy agents. There's other uses for ninja, like sabotaging armies. But, like I said, that's just my first choice for these guys. It doesn't necessarily mean that what I'm doing is the best or right, but it is what I'm doing. Probably we can do one overseeing towns here. Chance of escaping and a chance of escape. Those are pretty much the same. So that guy taken care of. Got a monk here. Zeal, happiness will be good, because I'm going to use these guys to be settling down towns that I conquer. Okay. Looks like we are all set for agent upgrades. Okay. Now, did I just end the turn? I think I did. Yes. So I'm going to need... Let's go ahead and just kind of plop that army right there. I'm going to need these agents. You have to put them in one at a time. It's kind of annoying that you can't take them automatically from a town. But I suppose you either take them automatically from the town, or you take them elsewhere. So we got Takeda Shingen is now in position. This army is just kind of here, just kind of to help hold on for now. So nothing wrong with that. I've got the Katana, or the Yari Cav on the way. This army is gonna be in better shape now for infantry. Yeah, everything should be good there in that army. It's capable. It's not brilliant, but it's capable. And up here, got the extra bow kabaya. Let's go. Let's make sure I'm done with recruitment here. I am for now, so let's take this bunch of ships and come group up with these guys down here. Actually, we can meet halfway here. Oh, I can't fit all these guys in one fleet. Let's go ahead and swap those ones in. I can move those two fleets together though, and we can just have reinforcing vessels. Okay, I think we are all set. My armies are ready to march. And we got Mino and Owari over here that we're going to need to hit pretty quickly. Let's just get set up near the bridge. Doing some scouting. And okay, so we got a monk and a ninja in each of my main armies. Should be in good shape. You can see my income's definitely down. When I lose my trade with the last couple of clans that I have, it may go negative. And I may let it stay negative for a while just because I have such a stockpile built up. I'm only keeping the taxes low. Again, public order boost and the town growth boost. So in the long run, keeping taxes low helps you grow a larger long run economy. But you know, it doesn't hurt to raise them eventually too, because I mean eventually the game's going to be over. Alright, so that army will be full now. This army has a monk in it, which is going to be helpful. Let's get it back up here. And we got our extra units right here. Okay. Those two armies can merge, and then we've got an extra monk there that we can use. Nothing wrong with that. So I think we are we're ready here. There's some rebels there that we're at war with, but they're not going to reach out and attack me per se. Though I might wait and hit Mino first as one of my first targets. Let's go ahead and move up. We've got the mountain pass for cover here. Oh, yeah. There's some enemy armies. Let's actually move back into the mountain pass. And if they attack me, I can use these matchlock Ashigaru and warrior monks to their max effectiveness. A lot of Chosokabe here, and they have good armies. So, but I have some nice cavalry support. These katana and then the bow monks. Yeah, I mean, I have the capability to do some pretty serious hurt, but I mean that is a lot. That is a lot of samurai action. If I need to, I could always try and fall back across the bridge too. Wow, that is more Chosokabe than I expected. Just to start off with there. We could potentially move this army to help support. But I think if we fall back to the bridge, we'd be fine. I can leave those guys in a safe position. Okay, we're all full up there too, so let's just kind of let these fleets rove together. That's as far as they can go. So like I said, we'll just keep. We can use two fleets. We can just keep them together in order to give us as much numerical advantage as possible. There we go. There. As long as they stay within reinforcement range of each other, we've got a little something just to keep an eye on potential invasion armies. And I'm not going to worry about invasion armies from behind from the Mogami, because I plan to just take them out. So we're going to get attacked here by a Shonin navy, and we're going to get our first naval action. I've got more forces than they do, and theirs are mostly Sengoku Bune. It does not mean that they aren't dangerous, though. I've got Sengoku Bune of my own, but I also have more Bo Kabaya, and we're going to need to use those to our advantage. Let's go ahead and attack. This will definitely be better whenever I can get siege tower bunets, cannon bunet, matchlock kabaya, all that stuff. You get a special ship when you become the Shogun too. I forgot the name of it right now. But it is a huge, basically like super heavy bunet type thing. It looks like a giant floating palace. It does not look very aerodynamic, I will say that much. Or hydrodynamic for that matter. I'm gonna take all my bow kabaya up one flank. I'm gonna put my Sengoku bunet up front to do some boarding action, and we'll support them with the medium bunet. The medium bunet have the war cry ability. My reinforcements are going to come from behind the enemy. Supposedly. If I get them. Y'all coming to help? Please? I may not have turned on control large army. In fact, I probably did not. I'm going to try and flame some of these Sengoku bunets. They're a little bit hard to light on fire. Let's go do some boarding action here. Got the medium bunet. Let's just kind of keep moving up. I kind of wasted my fire arrows the first time. It's actually kind of better to use your bow kabaya on focus fire, I think. I actually have my admiral going for the first boarding action. That was probably not a smooth move. Let's get our bow kabaya back here to kind of hold this flank. Might be able to war cry here. This medium bunet is getting a little bit singled out. And my bow kabayas are kind of spazzing out a little bit here. They've gotten caught up on a medium bunet. At least one of them has. I don't know how smart all these boarding actions are, but we surrendered one of their ships, and I wasted my wasted my war cry on it, so that was kind of stupid. Yeah, the naval action's nothing too exciting or exhilarating here, but I mean, it's still going to require us to win. I'll see if I can set one of their ships on fire here with some focused flaming barrage. One of their bow kabayas is behind me. Got a boarding action started there. Kind of war cry some of those units since we have them bunched up, and now that we have the bow kabaya in range, let's hit it with a flaming volley. See if we can light them up. They're going to try and light me up too. We got them a little bit better though, I think. Yeah, flaming volley's doing a lot of damage there. Let's get these guys on the move again so that they don't get... Crap, dang it. Well, nope, it looks like it went out. Okay, just get away from that big mess. They've got a lot more Sengoku bunets here. I'm going to try and board some of them. Looks like I'm winning a lot of the boarding engagements. I need to keep my bow kabaya mobile. I'm going to go ahead and turn fire at will back on. Just going to let my guys fire away. I think I'm kind of used to them running out of ammo from time to time. The Sengoku bunets, if I remember right, have decent cover fire, or decent cover on their decks. Okay, I need you over here, please. Yeah, these aren't going to be the most exciting naval battles. Not like Fall of the Samurai, where everything's exploding everywhere and whatnot. Definitely not going to be the case. Keep these bow kabaya moving. Wouldn't hurt to get a flaming volley down on the enemy admiral, but I don't know if I'm going to get that opportunity. I'm just going to kind of collect my ships back over here. We've gotten a bunch of their vessels to surrender, which is good. Not really sure what the AI is doing. They're kind of just sailing around a bit haphazard here. I actually am thinking about, I'm going to turn around and try and get a good flaming volley on their admiral. Let's kind of see if we can bring these guys in behind a little bit. Having my own Sengoku Bune was actually a bit handy here. I don't normally bring a lot of them in a navy. Let's go fire at will off. Fire here, please. I wasted one volley, but I'm getting hit with a flaming volley now too, which is not good. Flaming volleys are key in naval battles because they do the most damage. There, I got a few flaming volleys. Of course, I'm being the unlucky one that's being set on fire, even though I'm actually putting a little bit more flaming fire on them than they are me. But I have a few reinforcements. I'm gonna go to battle speed, see if I can get away from these guys. I don't want them to board me, which is what they're attempting to do, I think. I'm gonna use my own Sengoku Bune here. Oh, no, I don't want to use my admiral to do it. Let's pull him away. Oh, my boats are getting all up on top of each other right now. That's pretty genius. Trying to control them all individually, and it's probably not doing me a whole lot of good. Let's try and board their admiral, actually. And let's see if we can get this Sengoku Bune onto their bow kabaya there. That would be handy. I'm trying to board one of their ships. It's not really working. And my own medium Bune is getting hit. This is bullcrap. Every time they shoot me, I catch on fire. I forgot that that's the AI's way of cheating at naval battles, but that's okay. We'll just have to put up with it. Yeah, there you go. Board those guys. So we should be able to get rid of that other bow kabaya. I'm trying to repair this ship that's wavering. Yeah, where's my admiral's over here safe. That's all that's important. I just don't want him to die at this point. Just keep the heavy bunes or the medium bunes moving. And we should get rid of one bow kabaya there, which is going to be quite handy. Let's get all these guys up here. The repair is taking a long time. Are they trying to board me here? Let's see if I can board him instead. There's another enemy bow kabaya right there. I'm going to try and board him. Sengoku Bune are fast, which is their main advantage. They've got the sails, so they tend to move a little bit faster. I'm going to try and team up on this guy here, the enemy admiral, and take him out of commission. Where? Go under repair. Okay, we've got their bow kabaya caught though right here. We're about to board them, so that'll be the last of the flaming volleys that they can put on me. And we can war cry here. See if that helps me take down that Sengoku Bune. My admiral is running away like a chicken, yet remaining safe, which is important. See kind of the close-up action. So my Sengoku Bune has these katana samurai type troops who are on board, and they'll do very well versus a bow kabaya and melee. So that's exactly the kind of fight that I want right there. So we'll be slicing these guys to pieces on the decks, like all Viking style here, except Sengoku. Let's hit this Sengoku Bune with some flaming volleys. Hit him! How are we doing in the rest of these fights? Looks like we're doing good. This fire would ever go out. It's actually, like I said, it is difficult to set a Sengoku Bune on fire. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. So I don't expect to light up the enemy Sengoku Bunes right away. My own Sengoku Bune here got theirs routed actually, but I'm probably taking friendly fire right there. I think we've pretty much got the enemy navy where we wanted. We managed to take relatively minor casualties here. These guys don't know how to put out a fire apparently. They finally managed it. Let's go ahead and war cry Let's make sure those guys are good and gone. And then let's get ready. We should have another flaming volley getting started here in a minute. This last Sengoku Bune is 81 to 92 men. And so, I mean, it's still going to be a threat in melee. Let's keep our Admiral away from it. Medium Bunes really are better at shooting than they are fighting in melee. And all of my Sengoku Bunes are down quite a few men. And like I said, the difficulty with these Sengoku Bunes is that they have considerable cover for their troops who remain inside. I'm going to see if we can kind of stay in front of it here, though. Bokabayas do have the advantage of being fast. And I should be able to just turn on fire at will here and flaming now, and we should be able to get rid of those guys to combine like War Cry and a bunch of flaming damage. There we go, got some more nice flaming shots on them. Though again, I highly doubt we're going to actually succeed in lighting these guys on fire. But we did kill quite a few more of their crew. Let's get over here. I wonder if we can board these guys real quick while they're in passing. Let's kind of haul around with all these ships and surround these guys and see if we can shoot them to death. That way when we get them out on the deck in melee, we can pepper them. Yeah, they're going to lose a few guys now. There, we've got them War Cried. And my guys are not going to be as good in melee as the guys on the Sengoku Bune, but like I said, I got my guys set to fire at will, and they're kind of all around the enemy Sengoku Bune, which is War Cried, surrounded, taking fire. Check out this ball of men down there. Really? How? I was getting ready to say, I mean, who is it? No one's ablaze. Okay, so managed a victory there. Like I said, naval battles in this one are a little different. Honestly, they're not that exciting to me because there's nothing exploding. They're a lot more fun if you get the matchlock ships like the Siege Tower Bune and the matchlock Kabaya. And just a little more fun because you hear stuff going kerboom. Or if you capture the black ship. Now, of course, CA did nerf the snot out of the black ship, which took a lot of fun out of it, but still interesting. We captured a ton of these ships. I'm going to have to disband a bunch of them because I don't need them all. Okay, so naval victory check, and let's see. Let's get these fleets together. I'm honestly thinking about just skipping the medium Bunes and the main fleet. Going like just straight Bokabaya and Sengoku Bune. I think that's what I'm going to do, and then we'll just, you know, I might, I'll keep 2 more of the extra ones, otherwise, let's just call that good. And then let's take these, just a couple of the extra Sengoku Bunes, and let's scupper them. It's not a lot, but, alright, let's go ahead and come back in here into port, repair. We'll get these guys repaired too. So, yeah, I think that's going to be about all the time we have for this episode. I said I was going to tip off Realm Divide. I wonder if it'll do it if I take this settlement here. Let's see what happens. Yep, there it is.
It is dangerous to be the tallest tree, for that is where the axe strikes first. We are victims of conspiracy. I am called an enemy of the state. We must have vigilance. We must prepare for war.
Indeed we must. So, Realm Divide is here. I'm actually going to go ahead and make a vassal, because now that Realm Divide's happened, we shouldn't have a penalty with the Sakai. And whenever you make a vassal, it gives you an extra unit here, which we don't need, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And I'm going to go ahead and move back to my defensive position here. So let's go check with our new vassal. We'll start losing military, past grievances. Yeah, so there is no realm divide penalty with these guys. It's perfect. So we can request a trade agreement.
Welcome, noble friend.
And we have a vassal now, and we can make some other vassals too, which is probably not a bad plan because it allows me to continue trade post realm divide, which makes sense. You want that. And so realm divide's here. The next episode is going to get extremely dicey because everybody should start declaring war on us. We're 4 turns away from Matchlock Samurai, which we should be able to train from back here out of the Gunsmith, which is going to be awesome. High accuracy Matchlock Samurai. I'll bring them to the front of the battle with ships so that we can get them a little quicker. And we have enough armies to defend our homelands, and we have enough armies to take care of the Mogami, the Hanma, and others. So should be a lot of fun. HeirofCarthage signing off for now, and Realm Divide will really get into gear on the next episode.